Welcome back to my very mysterious cave of darkness where I do very mysterious stuff. And it's super duper cool and also a little bit scary because I'm a real awesome person. Yeah. Today we are going to be talking about telling the truth. I'm pretty sure when all of us were little kids, every single adult around us will basically tell us that you need to tell the truth because that's something extremely good. And walking around telling lies, that's bad and no one's gonna like you if you're a liar. And I feel like that's something that was true back then. I mean, of course, in like every time period, there were people walking around and straight up just telling lies. But I truly feel like that back then, in real life and on the internet, more people actually used to care about the truth. Now, this could just 100% be me looking back in the past with rose-tinted glasses and just being completely blinded by nostalgia. I know that's a problem that a lot of people have, and who knows, I could be falling victim to that. That could be the case. But I really feel like on the internet, people, whether that's being YouTubers who talk about situation on the internet, and their fans and community, actually used to care about the truth. Now, yes, they were always creators like Keemstar who used to just walk around and just say crazy things. And there are people like Rese Desu where back then and still to this day, they're just walking around and just like spreading lies. But I feel like those people were like in the minority. And even those two creators that I bringed up, they had a way better track record back then about telling the truth. But now, in our current era of the internet, the whole 2020 saga moving forward, this just seems to be a thing that no one cares about. Like, I have been seeing the slow rise of just misinformation and tons of people just straight up saying lies about people. Like, an internet situation will come up, and instead of people spending time to actually research the topic and, give people the right information, they just barely research it and just spread misinformation all over the internet. People have literally just became that meme of the emoji laughing of it saying me purposely spreading misinformation all over the place. And this is something that you'll see some of the biggest creators, especially in the whole drama commentary space, one space where you need to tell the truth, or I think you need to be doing this. I mean, let me just give you 3 recent examples. Still to this day, Dogpack, the guy who ended up making the videos exposing Mr. Beast, he still has a video up on his channel, a very bad video, where he straight up just falsely accused someone of domestic abuse, and his sources are just extremely bad. He barely gives every information. Most of the video is just him yapping and saying stuff that doesn't matter, and I think it was something that's so unbelievably bad that he ended up putting it in the comments section too, that everything that he's saying was allegedly. Like, this is a video that he got called out for a lot of creators, and the video is still up to this day, because he really has no reason to delete it for like 3 reasons. 1, this guy clearly doesn't like Mr. Beast. He wants to expose Mr. Beast. That's the whole purpose of his series. So who cares that this video is filled to the brim with misinformation? I mean, people are still gonna watch it. They're gonna believe every single word that he say because they're not going to put in any time to do any research of their own, and it's going to continue to make Mr. Beast look bad. And also, too, the audience, they don't care. They're just going to, 100% eat it up. Who cares if you're spreading misinformation? I trust this guy, so they're going to believe every word of it. And tons of other YouTubers are going to talk about this situation as well, so they can get views and money too. So he literally has no reason to take this down. Bro, that's crazy. My camera actually still just shut off. I just wanted to bring this up now because when I was able to get it back working, I didn't really say that. I kind of just started talking again. So there was no clear transition. So I'm here to add a real bad one right now. Okay, goodbye. Back to the video. The last situation of this ended up happening of just no one doing their research and people don't care about spreading misinformation. It's the thing that ended up happening to that one VTuber, Fruit. I think that's how you say her name. A very big VTuber who is part of VShojo, which easily has to be one of the biggest Western VTuber company out there. And she ended up releasing a whole 90-page document talking about her abusive relationship. And tons of people ended up talking about this. And the majority of the content creators, whether that's being big streamers like Asmongold or big commentary channels like WestJet, didn't even read the document. They fully just admit, real time, that yeah, I didn't read the document. but they still talked about the situation. Like, they got a little bit of summaries on the internet, and by streamers' case, they got summaries by their fans who also didn't read the document, or if you're just like stereotypical slop YouTubers, literally just looking at a couple of tweets, and they will form their whole opinion on that tweet and just spread misinformation all over the place, just spreading misinformation. It is just crazy. And again, I know the reason why these content creators do it. They do it because, well, no one is going to hold them accountable. Audience nowadays, they don't really care if the situation are true or not. Most people just see this as entertainment, which is 100% fine. That's the way how they see these internet drama, as entertainment. It's fun to them. So they don't really care that the information that their favorite content creator is feeding to them is false. I mean, if the narrative that they're created sounds extremely entertaining, and especially if the narrative forms an enemy, like someone where you could just go and point and hate, I mean, it doesn't matter if they're an actual terrible person or not. I mean, hating is fun, being mean to other people is fun, so let's go and just poop on this person, even though the information we're spreading is just completely false. And I think it's funny that if you get called out on this, you can just pull a full WestJet and make a whole nother video making fun of the person who's trying to like call you out for spreading misinformation, and your audience will just completely back you. They'll be like, yeah, you did release a whole video where you just completely spread lies about a person because you didn't care enough to read the document, but you're still the base one. This guy's a loser. Why would he care about the truth? That's just crazy that this is the point of the internet that we have reached. And what's also sad is there are a lot of people out there, especially in the commentary space, who like try to fight back against misinformation. You know, they see it going around and they're like, I'm gonna make a video talking about it. I mean, two YouTubers who ended up seeing it, doing it with this whole like foot situation, ended up being one known as Static Tokyo and another one known as a name that I forgot, so I'm gonna poorly add myself in saying it. His name is Graham. Watch me get that wrong. That'll actually be pretty funny. This other YouTuber, he even went out of his way to read the whole document for you, so you don't have to. Not to be mean, not to make fun of these creators at all, because I know what I'm going to say sound extremely mean, but that's not my intention. These are good videos, but they get no views. Like, the most views that most of these videos get will be around like 20,000 to like 12,000, which, yes, on the scheme of YouTube, that's a lot of views, but like, not a lot of people are going to see these videos of like two people trying to tell the truth. That just goes for most situation where you have smaller creators who actually care about telling the truth, and they're trying to like scream to the wild like this is what's actually going on. Their videos always get less views than like bigger channels spreading misinformation, because the truth is usually less entertaining than whatever crap bigger channels are spewing. And that's just kind of the modern day of the internet nowadays. You know, this is kind of something like reaction content where you really can't do anything about it. That doesn't mean you should just give up and not fight back. I truly believe that this is bad, and I wish we can leave this era where people actually care about the truth. And I also think that content creators, if they don't want to spend their time to put in research on a topic, they should talk about it. It's also sad just how lazy these creators have become, because as someone who has talked about internet drama before, I know firsthand it's not hard to get information. It's really not that hard to get information. It takes 1 to 2 hours the most to get all the information, and like most of the time isn't going to be you gathering the information, it's going to be you trying to like condense the information so you can explain it in a reasonable amount of time, because I'm not Paracynical or Paralive. I don't want to make a 20-minute video. You guys have jobs and things to do. I want that video to be like 10 minutes max. But either way, this is just a thing that I've been seeing more on the internet. I think it sucks, so I just wanted to go and yap about it. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night.